Hey, welcome back to my channel. They call me Charisma. And um I've been thinking about this year, of course, and we have been talking about change because this is a 9 year. We talked about that. We talked about colors that can bring in abundance and prosperity. So I'm still on this subject of change. Um, because as you know, change can be this thing that is scary, and change can be this thing that is confusing. So I just want to kind of talk about that today because that's what's been on my mind. Because as a person who is 56, soon to be 57, um, change is something that I've done a lot of. And I want to encourage you, offer you the opportunity to think about change in a different way. Because change is lots of things, it's all the things. Um, but just to give you another way to think about change. So, change is about moving on past where you are right now. It is about expanding and growing, and change is about bringing things to a close that you have outgrown, that no longer serve you or your highest good. And when you look at change in that way, a lot of times it can remove the fear of it. Because as you know, things are always changing, moment by moment, breath by breath, things are always in motion. And that is the consistency of life, change. So, and I wrote some things down, so you're going to see me looking away because I had to write this down, because if I don't, I'm going to forget. Um, Habitual things can be seen sometimes as a way for us not to change. The way you do something over and over again is a habit that you form that can bring comfort because it's familiar. But it can also be the thing that you refuse to change because you think if you change it, it's going to make everything fall apart. And a lot of times, those habitual things are the things that we need to change in order for us to grow and to become the new person that we need to be to move into this next phase of life. And as women, we are the people that grow and expand, and we're teaching other people. We're the people that bring life into the world. So we are the knower of lots of things and lots of ways to be. So change helps you do that. Change is about growth even when you believe that you need to stay the same. Change is about doing the thing that you may be afraid to do, but you do it anyway because there's this part of you that is delighted to do something different. The thing you do, like cutting your hair and looking in the mirror and saying, oh my God, what did I just do? And then realizing that what you have just done is something that makes you look at your whole face, and the beauty of it, the shape of your eyes, the shape of your nose, the smoothness of your skin, in a way that you didn't look at before. And so then other people see this level of beauty in you instead of they're noticing your hair. This is also the year of the snake for Chinese New Year. And you know, snakes shed their skin, they transform. This is a transformative year. And I want you to consider how you are going to transform, because it's going to happen. And to resist change is going to offer up a level of frustration, struggle. is going to offer up that fear, because that's what happens when you resist something that's going to happen. It's going to bring up that anger. It's going to bring up that high level of being overwhelmed. And if that happens, it also brings you the opportunity to look at why you're resisting the change. What is it about it really that bothers you? Not who is doing the change, because the change can come from work. The change can come in the way of how something is going to be done at work, a new process that you may have to learn, a new way of having to do something. And a lot of times from work, it's the way they present it to you. It is sometimes presented in such a rude way. The email that is so off-putting. The we're doing this and we're going to do it tomorrow, and really, they should have sent this to you months ago. Is it that, or is it the person that sent it to you? You don't like them, they get on your nerves. They're always rude, they're always disrespectful. Is it that, or is it this place that you are, you should have already gone. You should have already left. They're not going to change. You are changing and growing, and your mind has expanded way past whatever it is these people do at this place. But you won't leave because. And that's the part that you may have to sit with and really look at. Because fear will make you believe you can't leave. You gotta stay. You gotta stay there until you get your pension. You gotta stay there until it's this many years. And none of those things are true. None of those things are true. You have to stay until you're ready to go. You have to stay until the God of your understanding taps you on the shoulder and says, okay, that's enough. That's how long you have to stay. I have left many jobs and didn't have one lined up to go to. And I have not starved. I have not died. So you don't have to. And I think sometimes we get into this idea of how certain things should be, and we have patterned ourselves after believing that, and we can't get our mind to stop thinking that. But because we have this picture of something that our parents have told us, that our friends have told us, and that other people have said, and we are watching that, we have assimilated into that. And what is true is you really do have to do the things that fit you and your life and the way you want your life to be. But you have to know yourself. You have to be able to sit with yourself and examine you and figure out what it is that you really want to have in your life. And ignore whatever the things that people outside of you are going to say, because people outside of you are always going to have something to say, because a lot of times they don't know who they are, and they're doing things that other people are doing because that's what they have to do. So again, this is also the year of the snake. Snakes transform themselves. They shed their old skin because it no longer suits them. It doesn't serve them. They've outgrown that. And the things that you have outgrown go along with this year of the 9 and this changing that we're going to go through. And we talked about refusing to change. So I want you to consider this. What things do you think you're refusing to change? And sit with that. And it's not this, I don't want, it's not that. It's not this demeaning or being hard on yourself. But in a kind way, Look at the thing that you're refusing to change. In a gentle way, look at yourself and think about this thing that you're refusing to change. And it can be the smallest thing, because the small things add up to big things. Think about that. And as I say that to you, I'm saying it to me, because I'm always examining me, because I want to be the best me that I can possibly be for myself. Not to compete with anyone else, not to be as good as or better than anyone else, but to be the best me that I can be for myself, because I'm with myself. And that's the thing about getting to know you, because that's the most important thing in the world, to know yourself, because then you don't have to worry about anything outside of you. When you know yourself and you're good with you, everything else falls into place. And the changing and the things that are going on can't shake your foundation, because you've already built it, and you're building it and building it and growing it all the time. So when we're thinking about the changes that are going to be happening and going on, I want you to consider to be kind with yourself and gentle with yourself as you go through these phases that are going to be going on this year. Because as you can see, the year has already started off with transformative things. People are transitioning. That's a form of transformation. Things are going to be changing. And as things begin to change, notice what's going on with you as well. So, as always, in the comments, I want to know, what things do you see in yourself that you think you want to change? And what habits do you have that you feel like are things that you may be afraid to change? Those two things. And as always, please come back for the next video. Please like, please subscribe, please share, and let me know what you think. Thank you.